Hey guys, what's going on? It's Swabus, and today we're actually kind of doing a remake of last video because the microphone quality was absolutely fucking dog shit. And I figured out how to actually make my mic not sound like absolute dog shit, which is awesome. So, once again, guys, today we're going to be talking about the first time I really ever got high. So, this story begins with two friends. It's a friend from the last story, Rakub, and we got our new friend, Rocky. We'll call him Rocky. Now, Rocky and me, we're still best friends, like, to this day. We talk all the time. Me and Rakub, not really as much, but we're still good acquaintances. We're still in good condition. Good 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 what do you call it? Good terms. We're on good terms. But basically, this was the first time I really ever went over to Rocky's house. And this was his grandparents' house. And let me just say, their house was fucking gigantic. Like, fucking huge. Their house was so fucking nice. It was in this bougie ass, rich, white neighborhood. Like, way nicer than any house I've been in. They had this whole wooded area, which is where we went this night. So I got dropped off by my grandparents, and I met Rack up there with Rocky, and they were already like setting up their tent shit in the kind of wooded area, and I was walking down there by myself. It's kind of hard to get down there, but once you get the hang of it, you get the hang of it. So I introduced myself to Rocky, and say hi to Rakub, and we go up inside real quick to grab some sodas from the fridge. Just kind of shoot the shit inside there, and Rocky shows me around his basement, shows me what's going on down there. And so to this trip, I brought a 32-ounce water bottle. I was gonna use this for water. Keep in mind. Okay, I also brought like a sleeping bag, other shit like that. I also did bring, I think, my first vape that I bought, which will be a story for another day. It's blueberry pomegranate Escobar. This shit was fucking absolutely horrendous dog shit. Don't ever buy an Escobar if you ever see one. Just go fucking smoke a dart off the ground, okay? So we start shooting the shit. We're about to go down there. We're shooting the shit, and Rocky basically pulls out this brilliant idea from his head. He suggests to me, he's like, "Look, Schwabus, could I possibly, perhaps, put some liquor in this water bottle with Dr. Pepper?" And I was like, I was contemplating. You see, I had never drank before this, but also I probably wasn't going to drink. So I was like, "Hey, go ahead, man. Go right ahead," because I honestly thought we were gonna have a lot of drinks down there, which we did. We brought a lot of soda, but no water. I wish I would have known that, but it's fine. So he pours in like a bunch of Dr. Pepper, pours in maybe like 5 or 6 shots worth of Smirnoff, probably somewhere around there, maybe like 3 or 4. So he gets that loaded up, closes it, and then we head down to our little campground. And now we're sitting at our little campground. We're getting ready to light this fire up. We're gathering a bunch of sticks and shit. We pretty much already have a bunch of firework wood though, so we just get it lit. It's not that it wasn't that hard for us to get it lit because Rakub and Rocky are pretty experienced in the outdoorsy shit. I'm not really more. I'm less of an outdoorsy person, but I mean, I could manage if I was on like a survival island. Maybe I'd probably die in like 2 days, but forget that. So we get the fire lit. We're just talking for a little bit. We get some music going. All right, we're feeling good. And then Rocky and Raka pull out their special devices. Their tomfoolery makers. So Raka pulls out this cake cart, and then um Rocky pulls out this cart called hot sauce. Now this hot sauce cart. Let me just go off a little side tangent here. These hot sauces are some of the best street carts you can ever have. All right, they come every once in a while. I don't think they're really around anymore, but when they do come around, oh my god, it's the best time. They're so good. But anyway, so they're hitting their carts, and I'm kind of hitting my vape a little. I hand Rack up my vape, and he hands me his cart. Now, before this, I've only really ever hit a cart and smoked the pot leaves. That's all I've ever done. So this was the first night I knew I was actually gonna get faded. So I ripped the cake cart probably for like 5 or 6 seconds. Start coughing a bunch, of course, because it's cake cart and it fucking probably has like super fent pesticides in there. So I'm coughing a lung up, and then hand it back to him, get my vape, and then Rocky said like, hey, and then Rocky's like, hey, Suavis, you want to hit this hot sauce, and I can hit your vape? And I was like, sure, why not, man? So I hit his hot sauce, cough up another lung, hand it back to him. And at this point, he already took up a couple sips off the water bottle. And at this point, Rocky's like, hey, do you want to take a sip of this? And he was like, I've never tried hard liquor. He was like, we're not peer pressuring you or anything. I was like, I mean, hey, I'll take a sip. I'll try it. So I take like, the tiniest little sip. I opened it up, do like a little sip. Like imagine you're tilting a water bottle, getting a tiny sip, just like that. It like since then I've drank plenty, but this was some of the nastiest fucking mixed shit I have ever tasted in my life. Like it was so gross. I was just like, yeah, it's all right. It's not that bad. But I didn't really have another sip for the rest of the night. So take another hit, and at this point, I'm still chilling, feeling good. But then all of a sudden, I kind of have this tingling, warm feeling inside my body, and start to feel a little weird, like little, little groovy, little clouded in the head. Start to feel really warm and comfortable. And then the song called "Kids" comes on. Now, if you know what I'm talking, if you know, you know. If you know the song I'm talking about, you just know. "Kids" comes on, and something just switches in my brain instantly. I start feeling swirl. I start feeling like my body's swirling. I start feeling groovy. I literally get up out my chair and start dancing. And I look up at like the sky from the woods, and it looks like basically the world is like spinning, but not in like a nauseous way, but in like a cool way. Like I can see the rotation of the earth, and it was so cool. And seeing that was just like the euphoria I felt from that was so, oh my god, it was so amazing. Just listening to these songs and talking with my friends, it was just a good time. It was such a good time. And like, my good high was amazing. I hit the cart probably a couple more times after that, and it was an amazing night, honestly. Very good first high. But if you watched the first video, so not this remastered version, there's a little bit more to this story. So, Rocky, remember that water bottle with the Dr. Pepper and vodka in it? Basically, Rocky drank pretty much the entire thing by himself, so he probably had like 5 or 6 shots. And at this point in his drinking career, Rocky was kind of a lightweight. He didn't really drink at all, and Raka probably had a sip or two, just like me. So he had like that whole thing. So by the time you know it gets to like 2 or 3 hours after the initial, tokage. And by the way, the time passage for this like first high felt so slow. I swear to God, like I was having so much fun. Every like 5 minutes literally felt like 15 or 20. It was crazy. But besides that, it's like 2 or 3 hours after we toke up, all right? We're looking at Brock, me and Rack up, and he isn't looking good. He's kind of spouting some random shit, talking about this random girl that I don't know about, because, I just met Rocky. I don't really know much about him. And, Rack up's comforted him, trying, being like, hey, it's okay, man. You're fine. And he's just like, dude, I don't feel good. And he's just like, do you want to lay down for a little bit? He's like, yeah. The Rag Cub gets Rocky to lay down for a little bit. Rag Cub comes back, talks to me for probably like 10 or 15 minutes, and then we hear Rocky get out of the tent and be like, "Ugh, I need a piss." And we're like, can you make it there? And he's like, yeah. So now we're watching him literally stumble his way to like this piss bush we have. Also, W piss bush, we will never forget you. But starts tumbling his way over the piss bush, and he's just stumbling like, and like almost falling over shit. Like there's a video still to this day of him walking over there, stumbling over shit, like literally about to fall over. Like he almost falls over and has to catch himself on a fucking tree. So he, stumbles over the piss bush, takes a piss, and goes back in his tent and goes to sleep. And that was it for Rocky for the night. So me and Rack up talked for another 10, 15 minutes, and then that's pretty much it for us for the night. We decided to pack it up, um, go in my tent, I get in my sleeping bag and start to go to sleep. And I just want to say one thing about this night, one thing I remember very vividly, is how fucking cold it was. Oh my god, this was one of the coolest nights I had ever experienced. I felt like I was going to freeze to death sometimes. That's how cold it was. I felt like I was going to fucking freeze to death. Good thing after, every time after this, I brought fucking hot hand warmers. I brought fucking the feet warmers too. Extra layers. Like, I came prepared every time after this because it was one of the worst, one of the worst sleeps I've ever had in my life. It was absolutely horrible. But we wake up, probably like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and we see that Rocky is not in his tent. We're like, me and Rocky are like, where the fuck is he? We go up, to the house, to see if he's there, and he's sleeping on the couch. Of course, we're like, yo, Rocky, what's up? And he's just like, I went up here, and then went back to sleep. And we were like, okay. So we pack up all the camping stuff. Rocky comes out a little after to help us. And yeah, that was the first time I met Rocky and the first really time I got high. It was a good day, kind of parted ways from there. I think I went to have like a dinner with my mom or something that day, but yeah, it was a pretty good experience. But that event, in my opinion, is the cataclysmic event, the canon event that caused all these other great stories to happen that I still have to share to you. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope the audio sounds a lot better on this. I think it 100% will. But next time I'll probably be talking about either the salvia video or the vape video. We'll see. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a great time, great night, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!